Welcome,
Could have
ladies
been
and
a young
gentlemen.
coyote or something.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode. This is our live. I mean, I've made one video already, but I want to make this because I wanted to talk about something. You have these two. We have these two books. You don't have them. We do. If you have them, great. But it really doesn't matter when I'm talking about us.
And we have these four-legged animals named cats.
Yes. Now, this book,
One who loves to catch birds.
this book right here, the only issue I have with it is it doesn't have meerkats in it. Um, that is to say, the audio CD doesn't have meerkats on it.
Doesn't?
No.
The Fisher cats?
The Fisher cats, yeah. Because this is a general guide to critters at night. It's not specifically to our area. This book, on the other hand, is for New Ireland. And it does have meerkats, the Fisher cats.
Not the sound, but
Not the sound. They're a.
They sound like somebody being murdered.
Yeah, they're a type of marten. Yeah, they sound nasty, mean.
We'll get the Molson. We'll put it into his nasty.
Yeah.
Well, nasty, his nasty.
Now, I would say that once I get the order in that I have, and with these two books, these, I know the camera doesn't really, it's not like big enough to really, with these two books and the order, the only two things really that I can think of that I would want before I go out there and do my little nature study. Well, three things. One, I don't want it to be so cold.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cold today.
Yeah, the temps are in the single digits and teens.
Kind of nippy today.
Yeah, it was cold today.
Damn.
That front that moved through.
I thought it was just me, but
no, I think it was that front that moved through.
this is very good.
Well, we didn't get any. Well, we got a little bit of snow this morning, but
A dusting.
yeah, and it barely was a dusting. But see what
I didn't even have to wipe the car off, so that's how much it was.
So what I want to do is I want to put my camouflage on and whatever, and go out there into the forest, which is not difficult to do here.
Out to the back door and down past the trash dumpster.
Yeah. And I just want to find me. I'm gonna have to start when it's light out because I want to find the right place where I can get a 360-degree.
Well, if you don't, you might accidentally wind up in the river too.
Yeah, it's true.
Around here.
And
the
I
river goes. Well, isn't it right down there by the
it's right back
old
here.
mill? I mean, where we went to where there's all those pine trees at.
Yeah.
When we're trying to find pine cones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can almost get in the river without trying to.
Yeah. And what I want to do, because this is for the nature study.
Then get yourself soaking wet.
Yeah, and you don't want to get soaking wet when the temperature's as low as it is. What the nature study thing that I want to do.
He wants to catch a hoot owl. The owl won't appreciate that.
No, I might not survive that.
He'd be mad at you.
Yeah, and owls, for those who don't know, are predatory birds.
Well, you might not get the worst injuries, but you wish you hadn't tackled them either.
So, there are a variety of places I can go to do this. And what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to go out there. I'm going to, of course, go out when it's still light out so I can find the right place. And then I'm basically just going to hunker down and just sit there. I'm not going to move any more than I absolutely have to.
I'm sure an owl has pretty good claws because they catch mice.
And their beaks.
Yeah.
And they catch larger critters than just that.
And you know, they say a lot of times their prey never hears them coming because their feathers are so soft they don't make a noise. They just kind of along with the wind. They just kind of.
I saw an owl once just glide right down and.
Yeah, they just don't make a sound. Their feathers are so soft.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna, but I'm probably gonna take these. Well, take this book. I won't take the other one.
I would think the one raised in captivity though would probably be pretty
tamed.
Tamed a human,
Yeah.
you know, he was injured so he couldn't take care of himself out in the wild, but like kept in a preserve or something, you know.
And I'm basically going to just go out there and try and identify as many critters as I can during the night. The only two things that we don't have:
rats,
bear spray, and regular pepper spray. Bear spray is much more powerful, and there's much more in the can than just basic pepper spray.
Hopefully you won't need it.
Yeah, hopefully I won't need it, but and you can't find it just anywhere now.
Yeah.
Trader John sells it, but we don't go over there anymore.
Jerk.
Yeah. We should send him a postcard telling them why we don't go over there.
Which means it's an asshole.
Yeah. But
he doesn't give a damn.
No, I don't think he does. He still gets his business.
There's still the idiots who buy from him.
You know, we bought my wife this 22 at, where did we buy this at? The Dick's.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could have gone over to Trader John's.
Put up with his higher prices and his attitude.
Yeah, we could have bought a used one, exact same thing, but used, and it would have cost more than a brand new one. I'm like, come on, it's a 22 rifle.
Put up with his jerky ass attitude.
Yeah, he didn't even remember when we were looking once
at
John's.
Growled at
he didn't even come over to help. But anyway.
Remember that one time I asked about that one that was a rimfire?
Yeah.
And he kind of.
Yeah, well.
They don't even make bullets with these anymore.
Oh,
so then why the hell are you selling it, you asshole?
Yeah. So anyway.
What's the point of the gun that has no bullets?
Yeah. So now I will probably take the pistol with me, but I don't think I'll take a rifle with me when I go out to do this, because I don't want to have to shoot a bear.
But.
Yeah, but it's a bear.
It's protection.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to defeat a bear if we go. Well, hopefully we won't go face to face, hand to hand. I won't win that.
Probably one good crack of that rifle would scare the shit right out of him.
Yeah.
Can't send him running.
But I'd rather take spray, because I'd rather temporarily injure the animal than kill it. But I will take a pistol with me, but that's going to be the most that I take. I don't think I need to take anything more than that. But it's the
you might have to run off the two-legged animals too.
Well, I'm going to go out there where there are no two-legged animals. And I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go out there, and I'm going to hunker down for the night, and I'm just going to. I wish I would have night vision goggles, IR goggles, so I could really see what was out there. Because for those who don't know, I mean, I've slept in the woods before. I mean, I've slept when I was in high school. The place I was at, there were times that it was just frankly safer to be out in the woods by myself, and all I had were the clothes on my back, and sleep under a tree, and you hear things out there. You will hear all sorts of things out there, but you won't see 99% of what you hear. So you don't know what's out there. The thing is, back there, in where I did that.
You should take John with you. He'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, wow.
He'd be trying to go investigate everything. There were no bears to consider.
Hell, he'd probably catch you dinner.
Yeah.
He consider dinner.
Yeah. So, but they have bear up here, and we have fisher cats, and we have porcupines, and we have mountain lions, and officially we don't have wolves, but technically, I mean, we actually have wolves in this state, but officially they won't acknowledge that. I think it's because they're trying to protect the animals, which I think they would do a better job at protecting them if they would acknowledge them, so they could actually put some laws into effect to protect them. But anyway, we have coyotes. I'm not worried about coyotes attacking me, though. We do have wild hogs, and those wild hogs are
nasty.
Yeah, they're mean. I've known people that have been treed by them, and that's pretty scary. But then again, I'm going to have a pistol. I don't think a wild hog's going to do too well after 2 or 3 rounds.
Especially into his face.
Yeah, that's where they're going to go. So
he's going to be wishing he had never seen you.
Yeah, but I want to take a small bottle of pepper spray for critters like, like a wild hog or something like that, and then a bear spray for a bear if I actually have to deal with a bear. There's a video of this guy who's hunting here on YouTube. He's in a tree stand, and he sees these bears. I guess he wasn't bear hunting, he was hunting something else. And he sees these bears, and he takes the camera out, and he's filming these bears, and this one bear goes right up the tree, and the bear looks at him, sniffs him, and then goes right back down the tree. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm sorry, if I saw a bear coming up the tree and I had a gun, the bear would not be alive.
He'd be bears too.
Yes, he would. And the 2 little ones, which aren't all that little anymore, are you? There's John. John says, why did you pick me up? I was playing. Yeah, I was playing. Okay, there you go. Oh, he's playing with the yak tracks. These are what you wear for the ice. And
well, I haven't been wearing them.
No. Our parking space, actually not just ours, the whole parking space has ice like that thick on it.
You could skate on it almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, wow. But anyway, yeah, so that's gonna be my, like I said, I'll probably take this or not. I'm not taking this with me on my little adventure. I don't need that one, but this, and I have a couple more that I'm going to have to look at to see which ones I'm going to take. Now, there will also be my little training experience, which will be taking everything that I have that I'm going to take, but I can't do that until I get the stuff in.
God, you're going to take me out there and let me explore too.
Yeah, John, you'd like that, wouldn't you? And he said yes. If you would let me explore, he says. If you just carry me, I'm not going to like that too much. But
we'd never get you up a tree and never get you back down again.
Yeah. He'd get up the tree and he'd be like, oh wow, look at all the stuff I can see from here.
Ooh, a bird's nest.
But gotcha, John. Woohoo!
He says, what are you doing to me?
Is that light bothering you? Here you go. But
he says, nah, not too much.
As for the the bug out training event,
well, don't have all the equipment yet.
No, I don't have the equipment yet. And I'm gonna have to wait for my toe to heal a bit more too for that.
Yeah, you and your messed up tootsie.
Yeah. And I haven't decided. Okay, John, where are you?
He wants attention, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants to play. And his sister and Mama, his Mama doesn't want to play anymore with either one of them, but his sister doesn't play as much as he does. But he's into everything. But the bug out exercise will, I don't know where it's going to be yet.
Sweet Cat, though.
Oh yeah. I could do Gap Mountain. I could do Beaver Pond. I could do the rail trail. All three. There are other places I can do. There's another trail I found out about. I don't remember the name of it, but I found out about another trail that's over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, each and every location offers, how do you say, positives, offers a particular exercise, which would be, well, they don't all offer the exact same exercise depending on when you're going to do it. And I'm going to do mine at night. The rail trail, one of the positives that it offers is a particular exercise would be dealing with not being seen, being able to get from point A to point B without being seen. Because there are areas along the rail trail where I will have to cross a road, or I will be visible from a road. So I'll have to figure out a way to get from point A to point B without being noticed. Ah,
What?
he brought over his mouse.
Mousy.
Brought a mouse. So that, that's a positive. I don't know about Gap Mountain. I don't, that's the one I kind of want to do because it's not a easily seen trail even during the day. You kind of have to pay attention.
Getting back to where it's at.
Yeah.
Nothing but an ordeal.
So, you're like Brew. Brew used to love doing that, John. Brew was my black and white kitty. Brew, I was in my mother's carport.
What does Brew mean?
Brew, a Bruja. He was an Irish patriot. I was in my mother's carport. I don't know what I was doing. I was looking toward the laundry room, and I'm standing there, and I hear this meow. I look behind me, and there's this little black and white kitten. Meow. Because I named most of my cats after, or I gave them Irish names. It wasn't Orishata, which is orange, because he was orange. And, Bridget after Saint Brigitte, or the goddess Brigitte, and Brew or Bruja. Anyway, Vitzi after Countess Constance Markovitz. Vitzi sort of short for Markovitz. Oh my, Brew loved to play fetch. And he just drops it in my hand too. This is John doing it. Thank you, John. But anyway, so, the bug out training have to wait, because even once I get the necessary equipment, I don't want to aggravate this toe any more than it is, and it's healing.
You know what I was thinking about is odd. I was the one having trouble with my foot last winter. Now you're having the foot trouble.
Yeah. So, it's healing. I think that the blood that I see, it's just
welled up in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that there's anything new there. It's just kind of
stuck.
Yeah, but if I just don't want to aggravate it. I mean, that's basically it. And so anyway, so I don't know where I'm going to do my initial bug out thing, but I'm going to be carrying a lot of weight with me on that one, because I'm going to have the Alice kit. Oh, and we saw the H suspenders. Yeah, the H suspenders and the Y suspenders. And we saw a pair of H suspenders at the Red Shed. Didn't get them, but I mean, I honestly don't know what to get my wife. If it should be Alice gear, or if it should be I don't know where it is, John. Or if it should be a Molly LBV, a Molly load bearing vest. Because you can use the Alice pouches on an LBV. So the only modern expensive, this would be buying it used, item would be the LBV. From there, you could just pretty much get Alice pouches. We need to get my wife a 9mm, but we can't buy the holster until we get the pistol, because we want to make sure the holster fits the pistol. Not all holsters fit all pistols. Where did it? I don't know where it is, John. So, once we get my wife all her stuff, now some of the stuff I'm getting is for both of us to use. Some of the stuff we have is for both of us to use. And if we had to bug out now, we would both use all of what we have. It's not like that we have my stuff and her stuff. My stuff is her stuff. It's just, it's good that we each have our own supply in case, hey, we get separated or something. I ordered my wife something like this, but it's, I think, Coghlan's or something. The brand, they make, you can find their stuff everywhere, including Walmart. It's similar. It's not exactly the same as this, but anyway, one light similar to this. I need to make my wife a, or I can give my wife the one that's already made. It has cotton that's been covered in Vaseline. That'll light the cotton won't. Well, the cotton will actually burn longer than a lot of people think. It doesn't just go up like
poof.
Yeah, it doesn't just go up poof. But when you put the Vaseline there, it'll burn even longer. The Vaseline will burn even if there's some moisture out there. So that's, but it's in a bottle this size. So so there's plenty of it in there. Yes, John. Yes, John. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to my movie, and my wife found this. It's an empty, so it's
10.
We can use this to put some of the stuff in. I ordered 2 more P38 can openers. Are they P38s or P51s? The P51 is a little larger than the P38, but it's I ordered 2, so we'll each have 1. But I have 1 on my keychain. I didn't order an extra handcuff key for us because I have a handcuff key on my keychain, but this would be good for even for some of the stuff that's in in here and wherever the sewing kits are. You can put them all in here if you do it right. But anyway, so I'm thinking about both of these little adventures, and one thing I don't want to happen is to get out there and some cops see me and say, well, what are you doing running around here all decked out like that with all these guns? It's not illegal up here to carry a gun openly.
But cops are nosy.
Yeah, and it's like they're going to start questioning me, and I'm going to like, oh gosh, do I have to go through this? So
I don't blame you, because cops stick their nose where it doesn't belong.
And see, that's one of the reasons I want to do it on the rail trail, because I'll have the opportunity of actually dealing with having to cross a road or crossing roads and going through areas where I will be easily seen. So I'll be able to learn how to get from point A to point B without or with less chance of being seen. But I have to wait till my toe heals on that one. As for the getting out there and doing my little overnight nature study thing, that I don't have to worry too much about, because once I find the place I'm going to be, if I feel that my toe is bothering me, I can unlace or loosen up the boot. But I will wear a boot out there. I'm not going to wear just tennis shoes out there. Jeez. I'm going to wear camouflage and everything, but I won't be carrying a ruck out there. I'm not going to be carrying a pack. But I'm going to take some stuff out, to kind of, in case it gets too cold or it rains or snows. Because if you're just sitting there like this and it snows, the snow's going to melt on you and you're going to get wet and get cold. But anyway, oh my gosh, I saw at Walmart they had a whole thing of Shirley Temple movies on one packet. I didn't even bother looking at the price because they were over there where in the section of videos where they're like $20. I'm like,
oh, the regular price stuff.
yeah. And it was like a whole bunch of them movies on, you know.
I'm sure that was a small fortune.
Yeah. And I mean, I have to tell you, I miss Shirley Temple type movies. You know, they were instead of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
It makes me want to puke.
Yeah, you had Shirley Temple, which she was a cute little girl. She was a sweet little girl. Well, honestly, you know, she was a star when she was a little girl. She probably had a big head about herself at one point or another, but she grew up to be a nice lady. You know, she wasn't. I don't know. I mean, she seemed like a good, decent human being. Even when she was a little girl, she was a good, decent human being. I mean, you look at what's on the TV today, and you look at what was on the TV when we were growing up. I mean,
Before.
What?
And before.
And before, yeah. I mean, Shirley Temple, that was actually.
I remember the Ma and Pa Kettle movies.
Yeah, oh yeah. I used to have someone.
Show them on Channel 11 almost every Saturday.
Yeah. Six Gun Theater. Did you ever watch that? That was on PBS.
I don't think so.
Old westerns.
Well, see, Channel 11, I think they would start like at noon or at 1, and then like every 2 hours it would be a different movie.
You know? Yeah, yeah.
They would almost run for 1, 3, and 5, and then they'd have, or, you know.
So anyway, folks.
2 hours.
So that's those are.
Sometimes it's Ma and Pa Kettle goes down, or Ma and Pa Kettle buy a goat or something, yeah. Whatever, you know.
You know, I mean, if you think about it, people, the existence of the middle class as my wife and I knew it growing up
is almost gone.
Yeah, it's almost gone, but it only existed since like the 50s. I mean, there was a middle class, but it wasn't what we knew. You know, my mom's parents, I wouldn't.
Now the government and the elite want it to be where it's the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
My mom's parents, you know, my granddaddy was a farmer, and he was a poor dirt farmer in North Carolina, and my grandmother was a school teacher, and my grandmother was educated. She went to university. I mean, my gosh, where my family lived in North Carolina, she was probably the only person that went to university. I used to have pictures of her. She looked like a flapper. You wouldn't think that if you would have known her, but that's what she looked like. I mean, she actually was quite conservative.
Well, the person I used to live with, he was the first out of his family to actually go to college.
Mike? No. So anyway, folks, that's. Oh, they had a book at the. No, it's not at the bookstore. It's on Amazon.
My brothers and I tried, but if you could have got the algebra out of the way, we would have went to college. That was what held me and my brother back.
Is on Amazon or Paperback Swap about Lance Armstrong, his stuff he did. I had a lot of respect for him until it all came out that he was drugging himself and all that.
He was stupid to be doing it.
Yeah. No, that's him right there.
Yeah.
You know, and he lives in Texas. I don't know. I'm very disappointed in the guy. Anyway, people, that's it's a 30-minute video. Bye bye.
It's kind of like Texas and the Beauty Queens.
Yeah.
Aren't there like Beauty Queen farms in Texas?
I don't know.
like people that groom. There's always Texas Beauty Queen.
Oh.
Texas always was winning the Miss USA pageant.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
There's like people who groom them, I think, and stuff.
So, I gotta go get John. He's
What?
about to get into some food, I think. So, bye-bye, people.